I think it's very important for people to understand the fact that these pro gamers, these big streamers, whether they have a routine at the beginning of their career or not, they eventually lead into one because of how important it is to be able to improve their overall health, which in turn improves their gaming performance.
Transmission received. Authorization granted. Welcome to the video.
What's up, dreamers? Hope you're having a fantastic day or had a fantastic day, depending on where you are in the world. And I have to let you know that you are awesome. Welcome to Driving and Vibing. What's the vibe today? What do we want to talk about? I want to talk about, kind of like why health and wellness is so important for gaming, right? And how it kind of relates to the gaming community. I feel like, and this is why I'm here, is to bridge the gap between the gaming communities and the health and wellness community. And I want to say, my brain's all over the place because I have so much I want to say about this topic, but the professional players that people watch competing and the professional teams and organizations, these very large streamers, or most streamers that are backed by an organization, have this team to help them with their overall health and wellness, because the health and wellness aspect, the overall health of that particular player, gamer, streamer, whoever it may be, is very important to be able to produce results, right? Which could be good streaming performance, playing well during their stream, playing well during their matches. I know competitive matches are, very stressful. They can be stressful at times and demand a lot of focus, cognition, reaction time, take a lot of energy, really. And what's not seen is that behind the scenes is all of this health and wellness aspect going on. There are multiple organizations out there. Just off the top of my head, because there's 100 Thieves, there is Team Liquid. Those two are, what friends like, so those are easy to remember. There is, who else? There's FaZe, there's TSM. All these organizations have health and wellness teams. There are players, let's say, what's his name? Nick Merckx. He specifically has streams. I've seen these before. I wanted to see how he performed them, but he holds streams with maybe other people sometimes, but where he's just working out the whole stream, and that's what he does. And he explains kind of what he's doing. He has fun with the chat and everything, and there's a part of the health and wellness routine, and he still can perform in games, right? Now, are there people out there who are, just genetically different, who don't have to do anything in regards to health and wellness and can perform in a video game, very well at a top tier level? Yeah, there are, but you got to take that with a grain of salt, because those people are incredibly rare. It's like hitting the lottery with that. And not only that, is whether these players or anybody else wants to admit it or not, the players who are able to do that and don't pay any attention to their health and wellness eventually plateau. They will plateau, and their overall well-being or mental state will start to deteriorate. There is no way around this. This is scientifically proven. And there's many studies that go over, not with gamers, maybe there are with gamers, as a matter of fact. I think I've read a couple, but with people in general, it's just, if you do not focus on yourself at all, eventually things start to kind of fall apart, we'll say, in regards to your overall wellness, your mental state, your all of that. So I think it's very important for people to understand the fact that these pro gamers, these big streamers, whether they have a routine at the beginning of their career or not, they eventually lead into one because of how important it is to be able to improve their overall health, which in turn improves their gaming performance. There are, let's see, another example is Ninja. People know Ninja. He just recently, he moved to, so he's a big streamer. He streams many hours a week and has tons of followers, tons of viewers, and he's really good at Fortnite, right? Like, he's a good player. But he is starting to get burned out. And I think he's said this a couple times. Now, I don't fully follow Ninja. I don't fully follow Ninja as a player, as a streamer. I do follow him on social media, but if that makes sense. Like, I don't watch his streams every day. But a good buddy of mine does. And he was telling me about this. And you can kind of see it too. He was feeling burnt out. You could tell he was kind of getting burnt out. I mean, I watched a couple of his streams where you could see he was getting burnt out, mentally, physically, just from sitting there and playing video games all day. And I think it got to a point where I'm not even 100% sure what organization he plays for, if he even does anymore, or who he did. But it must have gotten to the point where it was becoming an actual issue in regard to, like, you see some days, an issue is where you feel as though you have to take some time off because you're feeling that burnout. This happens to a lot of people. I think it's good to take some time off, but if you keep running into that more and more often, that's when it becomes a big issue for not only your overall health, but the organization, everything you're doing, your career. And I think it got to a point where, you know, somebody may have reached out to him and told him about the benefits of health and wellness and improving this mental mind state and how it will help with his game and you know, all of that. And my buddy was telling me how he moved to a different state. He started going outside more, which is, you know, people say in the gaming community, you say, oh, you hear people say, go touch grass and stuff. That's real. Like, that's true. If you got outside and you put your bare feet in grass and you just walked around for about 10 minutes, you did that every single day, even just for 10 minutes, your emotional state would be significantly improved. Whether, you know, you might not even feel it like right out of the gate, but it's true. It's just psychologically, that's what the mind does. It's happy to be outside and touch grass. That's why I say touch grass. It'll improve your game. But then you started working out and you started hanging out with some people, instead of just sitting there behind a screen playing video games all day on and off of stream. So he overall feels better. Now, it'd be nice to be able to talk to him about all this and get some information maybe down the line. That would be cool. But there's no doubt in my mind that has improved his, you can see now his mood kind of seems better than what it did from the last time that I watched him, where you could tell he was getting burnt out, irritable. And when you get burnt out and irritable, your game starts to suffer because you start getting frustrated at every aspect of the game. If you start missing shots and you get frustrated, you're going to miss more shots. It's just how that works. You're going to continuously overthink things. You're not going to think about the proper way the game's running. You're not going to think about, you know, actual gameplay. You're going to think about what you're doing wrong, which is it's just a cascade effect. And I think it's very important for people to understand that if your health and wellness or your mental state is not necessarily in check and you're not focusing on it at all, it's going to start, you know, tumbling down no matter what. It's just this kind of the human race there, right? And if you're not focusing on your health and wellness at all, your gaming performance may suffer. We don't want our gaming performance to suffer, right? We want to improve our gaming performance. Not only that, we want to continue to enjoy the game. If you're getting burnt out and you feel like, man, I want to stream because I'm working towards this streaming career, but I don't even feel like getting on and playing those video games, it's not a very good sign. It's kind of a sign that your health and wellness needs to be, your overall health, your mindset, your well-being needs to be looked at, right? And assessed. So I think that's pretty important. And I just wanted to kind of go over that. So if you like what you heard in this video, let me know. By hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. If you know any routines, if you have any routines that you use to help your overall well-being, let me know in the comments. I would love to read them and hear about them. Maybe I can add something to my routine. That would be fantastic. And I hope to see everybody in the next video. Son. Later, dreamers.